Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios proudly brings to you its gaming and entertainment news of the week with your hosts and tag team partners. He's Bubba Duke, I'm OMD, and welcome to the Boar's Nest.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, chicklets of all ages. Welcome to the Boar's Nest. As OMD had said, I'm glad to have everybody here. This is a special edition of the Boar's Nest due to obligations having to be made for tomorrow night, which is perfectly fine. I personally might just come on here live anyway and play some more of this game because the game that we are playing, OMD, you told me about it, and bro, holy snaps, it's awesome.
Yep, this game is called Immortals of Avium.
Let me pull it up here for you.
I think the best way to describe it that I found was to take a cross of like Marvel, Doctor Strange especially.
Yes.
And cross it over with, I guess, a Diablo type of game.
Exactly. That's kind of where I was leaning. It's very Diablo-esque, very Call of Duty-esque to a degree.
Yes.
With that Diablo twist into it.
Yes, this is actually a first-person game as opposed to the third-person or over-the-shoulder dungeon crawler.
Yes. I'll show you. I'm going to load in here real quick so while you're talking, people can see what we're talking about.
And in this game, the world is ruled by magic, which has actually ripped the world apart. So now you're on this quest to try and, I guess, restore it to normal. And it's very, very intriguing. And Bubba is at a very, very tricky part of the game.
I can't figure out how to get up top, up here, where I need to go to get that spell.
Okay. With that door, specifically, Bubba.
Okay, this door, the green one, yep.
You have to press your down arrow. Hopefully you've got a green bottle called a lament.
Nope.
Okay. Right above you, believe it or not, if you look around, there should be a wall. Or no, sorry, not a wall, a ramp.
Oh, dude, that's how I get up. Bruh, I didn't even see that. I was stuck here for half an hour today, and I just went, fuck, I hate this shit, and I rage quit. Thanks, dude.
Not a problem.
Man, this is what I'm looking for.
That is exactly what you're looking for.
Okay. Dude, I walked circles in this place. I went this way when I should have went this way, and I would have caught that ramp.
Yep. You are going to have to hit that door with 2 to 3 of those bottles just to slow it down enough that you can run through it.
Okay. Now I hit this thing first, or the bottles, I throw at that?
Hit that thing and then throw the bottles at the door.
Oh, shit. How do you throw the bottles?
Your left trigger. Or your...
All right, I'm through. Thank God.
It took me a long time to figure that out. I am actually... The unfortunate part of this game is it is not multiplayer, ladies and gentlemen. I am a little bit further ahead in this game than Bubba is, but this did take me quite a while, and it looks like he just found something that I missed.
Yeah, dude, I found a ton of things coming through the first segment. That's why it's taken me so long to get here. I'm kind of the explorer type, right? Like, I
Yep.
want to look around each level. I want to make sure I'm collecting things. Yeah, the storyline,
Absolutely.
but I'm very much the need to take my time
Yep.
things
So I
because
actually ran into issues trying to load this game up tonight. So I'm actually in the process of reinstalling the game right now.
yeah, there is. I don't know what it is about this game, but sometimes it will glitch while it's trying to load a video portion of the game, like a tutorial or like the storyline is loading. It takes a minute and then it locks up and then you have to restart everything and it's a pain in the ass, but the game is totally worth it
It
as
is.
far as I'm
And
concerned.
this game is from a new studio that we had never heard of before called Ascendant Studios, but published by EA. This is Ascendant's first game. And I got to say, they're getting a big shout out from me here right now. Visually, this game is stunning.
Yeah, I haven't found an issue graphics. It even lets you set up the graphics at the beginning of the game
Yeah,
to how you feel it should look.
yeah. The details in this game are phenomenal, and
Stunning.
it's not that they keep the same color tones, but they actually your environment does shift as you go into different areas. So it's not that, you're in a new chapter or a new level. It's that your environment is shifting as you go
Whoa.
on this journey.
Whoa. What
Oh,
the hell? Oh, don't tell me I gotta fight this big ass dragon.
I
Oh
won't
shit.
tell you then.
And I gotta shoot that thing in its mouth, don't I?
No,
Oh Jesus, there goes my shield.
but make sure you have healing crystals and can grab them. And this, for, some boss fights compared to others in different games, this is actually for a tedious, semi-tedious boss fight. This one was pretty simple. But you do have to make sure you have healing crystals and can keep yourself healthy.
What one works better, the light or the fire?
I particularly stuck to the fire and the red with this boss.
That's kind of whoa, what I was thinking too. My thing is, oh Jesus, I get into this game because it's first player.
Yeah. And yes, even though there's, the
Whoa,
dragons
jeez Louise.
aspect, I don't want to call them zombies or whatever, but the soldiers for
They're soldiers,
the
yeah.
other army. um, it adds that layer of intrigue. And then in the training areas, you're fighting specters of the soldiers and different shadow forms of them.
Yeah, it's the echo, is what
Yeah.
the immortal lady that trains you calls it. It's the echo. There's oh shoot. I should have stayed down. Oh shit. What was that? Why'd I do that? Put that away. And the thing I will let everybody know is the intro to this game. Tedious, yes, but it's teaching you how to do everything. And the controls are very user friendly.
There you go. You made
That
short work of that boss.
it, it was difficult, but not over the top
Yeah.
difficult. So that's your character you're seeing right here, close up, tattoo face. That's his immortal that's training him. He's trying to become immortal, is what he's trying to become.
No, he is an immortal. He was what's called an unforeseen, so he can harness all three levels of magic.
Okay, I misunderstood the beginning though. Still, regardless, he's immortal and can whip some ass.
Yes, he can. But even though you're playing as him, you're on this journey with him because he's learning how to control. You're learning how to control his power.
Yes, it's wicked cool. Again, the first person view for me is what gets me because I'm a very first person shooter kind of guy.
Absolutely.
So whether it's you're shooting magic or shooting a gun in first person, I don't care.
Right.
So it's nice to be able to play a game that I wouldn't
And
even have looked at this game.
where I'm not this over the top, magic and runes and spells and all of that
No,
type of
you're
thing.
not.
It is the first person aspect of it. And you don't have to do, an overly abundant amount of crafting and upgrading and leveling up your character.
No, so speaking of like crafting and upgrading your character, I'll show you how easy it is because I'm very much the same way. Like I played Diablo and it's very simple as far as upgrading and creating things for your character. So you push the select button, which is the double box button, go over to talents. There's your grid. Okay, so green is the healing earth kind of stuff. Red is your, we'll call it fire, and blue is lightning. Okay, so you see it right there. So you pick, let's say we want to do a green one. So you just use your trigger buttons like it tells you on the side. I don't have anything there I can upgrade. So let's go to the red magic. I got no red magic. I got one blue one. Push A. Cool. I can upgrade to these things that are being shown. So
Yes.
the crystals that are blue, not the blue white, like the one in the bottom, these
Yep.
are the ones you can upgrade. So let's pick what attack. We'll go single focus. No, what's this one up here? Homes. No. So let's go to the one that's above for our hardened shield. We want our shield to be a little more harder. So you again here it says you
Yep.
highlight that, it's spinning on the panel on the far left. It says push and hold
Yep.
X to
Now
acquire.
this
Boom.
much like a lot of other games is your skill tree, but there is a thing you'll have to go to called the Forge.
Yes.
For those who have played other games like Skyrim, that's where you will craft your gear. But again,
Yeah.
quick, easy, basic.
Very simple. I'm showing you how you can rotate through the different
Yep.
abilities. And then again, it's very simple. Very, the thing that gets me, user friendliness. Okay. That's a huge, and you know how I am about that. If it's
Yep.
not user friendly, I ain't playing it. It
Yep.
ain't happening. I want a game that takes a little bit of thought, not
Yep.
not I don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this shit out.
Right.
Pardon my French to whoever's here with us. The Bulkster in the house. It's not showing up on here for some reason. Oh yeah, because we're not broadcasting there. He's over in Twitch land. Bulkster, feel free to jump on the YouTube, my friend, and come in and chat with us there.
Yeah, come on here and come on in, buddy.
Yeah, just because then OMD can read your comments, my friend. That's all. So again, it tells you where you need to go. That little circle with the line going around it here that you see, That's where I got to go. That's my next important part of the game.
Yep. Oh, okay. Now this next part again is going to be. Oh,
Tedious.
this is where you're going to actually discover your first attempt at the forge.
And I'm assuming this is the forge.
That is the forge. Talk to Captain Seiko first.
Yes.
Oh, you can
So
go
you
in
just
there
come
first,
up.
I guess.
And then you go. It's a very simple, very user-friendly game, which literally, I think, to be honest, my 6-year-old could play this game. There's no blood
Right.
and guts. There's no. It's all magical. It's all story. It's all fake.
Right. Not fake, fantasy.
That's the word. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Thank you. It was fantasy. So there you go. Now, I mean, you could go back and finish talk. There's different things you can ask him, different scenarios. So let's just
Yeah.
let's
Well,
just
you'll
go
do
get that
that.
cleared up.
Bulkster, what's going on, brother?
Okay, so we got to
Welcome
go to
to
the
the
forge.
show.
It just tells
And
you how to upgrade.
that's
Whoa!
the forge.
So you don't want to touch these top things because I don't think you can forge. Yeah, we don't have enough stuff to do it anyway. But you can forge different things out of that. I got rings.
Yeah, but you see where it does have the one beside it? Where it does, you'll be able to go in and
Yeah, so right
forge
here, I
and
could go in here
upgrade.
and forge that.
It will actually upgrade your arm piece. So you will see.
Okay, cool. So let's just upgrade both these rings to upgrade my thing that I carry on my wrist, which helps channel my power and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, and then here's another one. So let's craft that. Yes. What else do I have? All these things are here because I got to go like that and click on them and get all that off there. So this is the what I call the green or the earth magic.
Yeah,
And
the
that's the
green
piece
is
that
that's the most peaceful and harmonious
yes.
of your magic.
The red one I know is the most chaotic and has the most anger involved in it.
Yes.
Which your character feels that energy.
Yep.
So there we go. That is done. Why does it still have a thing on crafting though? Whoops.
Because you should still be able to go over and.
Oh, I can upgrade these. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't realize it. My bad.
Yep.
Okay. No, that's cool. I didn't know that. So let's go through here and upgrade these pieces.
And this is the forge, ladies and gentlemen. That is how quick it is, as opposed to other games where you have to merge different things and sit there with a hammer and all of that. This is so much simpler.
So that's the crafting part of the forge. Okay, so I'll click the right bumper. Here's the upgrade part of the forge. So you just come in here and go, yeah, sure, let's upgrade that. Boom, done. Oh, let's upgrade that to that. Sure, why not? Done. All right, let's back out. Let's go to this one now. Like, this is literally how hard it is to upgrade.
Yeah, and you're going literally from level 1 to level 5 on these things.
Like, again, and I'll say it again, user friendly.
Yes.
Chris Best, welcome to the Twitch broadcast over there. Feel free to jump into the YouTube, my friend, and chat with us over there. we're just playing. What is the game we're playing again? Immortals
of Avium.
Avium. Again, I'm getting you to say it mostly because I cannot pronunciate at all today.
Not a problem. Not a problem, brother.
So here we go. We go back to the captain. He tells us what to do next.
Yep.
It's very much step by step with, hey, when you get to this point, hey, why don't you go check out the forge, see what you can upgrade to make your character that much better. Okay, you got stuff to upgrade it. If you don't, you don't.
Yep. And this
Keep
is going to
moving
be
on.
this little area. And I mean, this isn't a long section, but it's another tedious little area that's more of a long walk with a lack of involvement, but there will be some. Bulkster says tomorrow he is watching the new Mad Max movie. Well, I wish you all the best, Bulkster. I hope it's very well done for you. I hope you quite enjoy it.
Bulkster was supposed to have a review for the new Planet of the Apes movie for us. I forgot all about that.
He was.
If Bulkster wants to do that, I can ask you very politely to send him the link and let him come in here.
I most certainly can.
And we will quit the gameplay a little early and he can give us the review.
Certainly.
So there's different things around here that you see are locked. I'm just going to show you here in a second. It looks like a Stargate, honestly, but it's a gate of some kind. It's probably for a spell, but you're not at that point yet, so you cannot use this portal spell thing, whatever you want to call it. I call it a Stargate because it's got this ring with the little.
It's literally
things
going
around it
to be a portal.
Okay. And there's different places you can go check out. I'm going to be nosy. I'm going to go down in here and look around. Oh, shit, there's bugs. Yeah, that was a bad idea. And one click of a button, and you watch that right wrist. One click of a button. And I got a different ability. So if I find that lightning, which is this blue one I'm running, is not working, bam, hit a button. And we go to the red one. Oh, red's not working. Okay, so let's try the green one. Which really doesn't do much to anything anyway, because they're so friendly. It's more of a healing thing.
All right, Mr. Bulker, I posted the link for you, my friend. Come on in and join us. Or
yeah, please.
Or I could put it this way: come on down. You're the next contestant on the Boar's Nest.
I like that one. That was good, bro. That was really good. I like that. Okay, so we're at, looks like the front gate, because those look like defenses. That statue that they carved out of that mountain, just intense, man. Look how big that shit is. Okay, so let's figure out the option we need is, oh, where'd it go? This one. Because this is our one for the Bulkster when he comes in here. Add him to the podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening, good sir.
What's up? I've never seen this game before.
Shoot, we gotta
now.
change headsets. Hold on. Hold on. Man, we're dicks. That's okay. I don't need to hear anything in that game anyway, so I'll just leave my mic unmuted so that anybody on the Twitch land is going to be able to hear us. What's right, right. Damn it, OMD, I am watching the prices. Nice.
So how's you boys doing tonight?
OMD, unmute your mic, bruh.
I had commitments tonight that got delayed to tomorrow, so I moved the Boar's Nest to tonight so that those commitments could be made.
Ah, okay. So there's no Boar's Nest tomorrow.
There's probably gonna be. It'll just be me and you if you want to show up.
Ooh,
We're just doing an early show for.
But
see.
Bulkster will be out in the wasteland with Mad Max.
Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah.
will be. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Bulkster almost forgot.
Yeah,
Right.
I almost forgot again.
You're getting old,
welcome to the
Bulkster.
Boar's Nest.
Yeah. So you brought me on here to talk about Planet of the Apes, the new one.
Sure. Give us your review on it while Bubba's playing. Keep
Yeah,
it
come on.
going.
So, like I said,
Without
this was
giving it
called
away.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And if for anybody that doesn't know, there was plenty of movies in the past, way before I don't have all the specs as in when they all came out.
They
are
started
dated.
in 2011.
Well, no, I know. Well, 2011 was the
remake, yeah.
Yeah. But people have fan theories that the ones that they're making now are somewhat related to the originals.
Okay,
in
so
some
the one
way or
from
fashion.
the 70s. Okay.
I think it's just fan service, though. I think it's just fans just being fans. But
yeah, probably.
Regardless, this movie was incredibly good. Incredibly good. You have to understand this takes place several years. They didn't even say how many years. They said several years after War of the Planet of the Apes, the original trilogy. The director was the first three of the remake were from one director. This was the start of another director, which I think he is going to be in line for 3 movies or as many as he wants to do, but at least 3, I think. I did watch an interview with him and got more info on him because they were asking him important questions about this movie, how he come up with it, why it wasn't a direct sequel. And he said he thought it would be interesting to do a movie that is several years after the original trilogy and introduce some new characters, but have that theology of the originals.
Ooh. That's
so
smart.
Caesar lives on through basically like not, I want to say a god, but a really great leader. And his words has been passed down from generation and generation. I would symbolize it as like religion.
Okay.
And so he's not like a higher being, like a god, but he was one that taught the apes how to be who they are. They have heard, how humans used to be this, and they used to be like, primitive. They didn't do, and so they learned through ancestors and stuff, and they've now gotten so widely spread out that there's actually tribes like that have uh, specializations. Like the one tribe that they focus on has like a specialization in hawks and their bird, and then they actually have teached hawks to land, like go out and get them food and come back and land on their arm, like friend them. So it's really good, and I'll tell you what, the CGI is so good on that movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, it is a 2-hour and 30-minute movie, like most of the others. So if it's one that you could easily, if you wanted to, sit down with these and do like a half hour at a time, pause it, come back watch the next half hour. You ain't gonna miss anything. It's still gonna be good. And
okay, that's good to know.
Like I said, what else would there be? Like, like I said, the characters are really good. You learned a lot about way things are. You see you see the way they have the setting. You can see the crumbling buildings of the past, you know. But now most of the buildings have been overgrown with greenery.
Right.
Trees have grown
Oh, that's
through,
cool.
and that makes it really cool landscape.
Right.
I mean, sitting there as a video gamer, I'm thinking, man, you know what? They could easily make a Planet of the Apes open world video game,
Feel like they could totally kill this.
and it would be really good. It'd be, but yeah. Is there any other questions, you guys? What other things would you think people want to know about this movie?
Now I know just from the trailers, like humans were to have alleged to have lost their voice, and we see in the trailer you get that one character that says, you know, I have a name and stuns the apes. So who stars in this, and what was the premise that led up to humans losing their voice?
So, in the original three, in the first movie, that's where the virus uh, gets made. Initially, this virus or this medical thing was supposed to actually be a cure for Alzheimer's, and um, they were practicing this stuff on apes. Now, the reason they were like, well, apes are different than humans anyway, but they were taking it as in the apes were getting smarter. They were doing like little uh, brain teasers, like with like moving like bigger washers and smaller washers on top of each other in the same size and stuff from one side to the other. And they were
Right.
timing them, and they were getting better and better. And they thought, if we give these things, if we give this to humans, we're hoping to, cure Alzheimer's where they won't lose that part of their memory.
Right.
And he actually, the main guy, like I said, they get it, and they start finding out one ape particular became very receptive of
Right.
this. Well, something happened. They were planning on shutting down this division.
Right.
And the main character, well, at the time, the main human character there was Franco. Last name's Franco. And he took Caesar and he took
Right.
the medicine home because his dad was suffering from Alzheimer's. He was taking care of
Okay.
him. And he actually administered this medicine without people knowing to his dad.
Okay.
And his dad was actually getting better.
Right. Pardon me 1 minute. Bulkster, Terry, or Bubba, you got to go to the one side and find your green glyph to animate that bridge and pull it back down.
That's what I couldn't figure out where to find it though. Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you.
So more or less, they had this this strain that was working, but somehow people started getting sick from it, and it was airborne, and they would die or whatever. Well, they started calling it the simian flu, and actually, they teased it, because their neighbor was a pilot.
Yeah.
So the dad was there was actually one of the lab people got it, and then the dad actually got it. No, it was a lab guy. He got sneezed on, or no, he coughed up blood, and he didn't say anything, he didn't speak of it. He just but he was starting to get a flu and everything, and he went to the house of Franco to warn him, and he wasn't there. And the pilot guy seen this strange guy outside, so he went up to him and he got coughed on, and it kind of shows that okay, he took it over here, and it just spread.
It was like
And
the game Infection. There's a game you can download on your phone, and you infect the world. That's pretty much what they flipped it to.
yeah,
And they showed it going across the world and places getting infected, and they ended
and
up calling it
it
the
was
eighth
slow.
flu.
It was slow acting. So I mean, they would, and there wasn't no cure. They couldn't find a cure for it. And all the apes became not all smart at once. Caesar was a big part of teaching apes how to sign language. I mean, they were teaching them sign language in the lab, a few apes, but he was able to teach other apes. And then he was the first one to speak. And then it was still slow. For the first 3 movies, it was pretty slow. By war, you got a little bit more that the general said, and you find out because he talked to Caesar, because he was there to hunt Caesar,
Okay.
because they knew he was the leader. It was like Caesar was the leader. They need to take him out, and the apes would like just fall in line.
Right.
And that
So
leader was
what?
Not Harrison Ford, Woody Harrelson.
Woody. Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say it was Woody.
So he was a general, and he kind of Caesar's like, why are you guys hunting us? I mean, he's trying to be diplomatic. It's
Right.
like, why are you hunting us? We leave you alone. You leave us alone.
Right.
Why all this? Why can't? Because he learned from Franco that not all humans are bad.
Right.
So Caesar taught apes to not kill humans. We can live together.
Right.
We can live as one. Apes don't kill apes, and we don't kill humans. We live, and a lot of apes didn't like that. They refused that part of Caesar because
Yeah.
they're like, we've seen the bad part of Caesar. We've been in labs, or we was in the zoo, or and Caesar's seen a different side of, and he had a good heart. He's seen the good in
Okay.
people.
Right.
And you find out from the general that he goes, don't you understand? He goes, he kind of just tells him, hey, that people are starting to lose their voice, starting to become primitive. And there's no cure. I mean, they're not dying, but we're just losing our voice. Our immune system has now fought a virus, but now it's taking away our voice, and more basic functions, or bigger
Okay.
functions.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
And he's like,
crazy.
and they didn't know. He was like, really? I mean, nothing was said. We never met a human in war until the very end, when Caesar, at the very end of that king, the third movie of that trilogy, Caesar went up there to kill the general, because he knew he was going to keep on going after his family.
Right.
General basically trapped his whole family, and they basically formed an escape. And when he went up there, he seen a bottle and a gun laying on the floor, and a hand, the general's arm. He kind of goes around there with this gun that he picked up off one of the guys, because they learned how to use guns and stuff like that when they have to. They don't like them, but they know how to use them. And it looked like there's blood coming, like blood that's been coming out of the nose or mouth. And the general kind of looks up at him and wanted to say something and couldn't. So you're like, wow, that's how bad it was. He wasn't, and so he didn't even shoot him. He actually handed the gun to. He actually wanted Caesar to shoot him in the head, and
Yeah.
Caesar didn't, and gave him the gun and walked away. And you hear a gunshot at the end, like he shot himself. Like, he didn't want to go through that. And then, that's the end of it. So this takes place several years in the future. This next one, this Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and a lot of Caesar's teachings has been passed on, or they know of Caesar. Apes now are more village-like, making crops, doing this, doing planting and stuff like that. Architecture, making things out of wood and stuff. And they don't see humans very much. Humans are a dying breed. That they very far few in between. They're kind of like a unicorn. They haven't seen them in forever. It's here and there, and they don't even call them humans. They don't even know the name of that they were humans. They're called echoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think it means echoes of the past. But they just call them like, and I said there's a group. He meets a orangutan, another orangutan, in this movie. This movie's all about revenge later. Like, it's a revenge story and traveling, and you get to see a lot of places and a lot of architecture. It doesn't take place in just one area. It transitions, and this all takes place in, I think, California.
This is what I heard, that they you can't really pick where they are, because in like the originals they're in San Francisco.
Yeah, this
But
one's more
the original
California
movies,
and
they're
the
in New
coast,
York.
because I
Yeah.
know they're by the coast toward the end of the movie.
That's cool.
But the humans are now pretty much extinct, or you think they are. And the one human that they show that can speak is very special. Now, first of all, they've seen humans. They just couldn't speak.
Right.
So this would be the first one that they've seen that actually says things. And now they're learning a lot from her. This orangutan is kind of like the elder of, I would say he was like a priest, because they would wear a necklace that has a symbol of Caesar. They call them they call themselves the Order of Caesar, and he's the last one left because a lot of apes don't agree with that. But he tries to spread the teaching of Caesar to people, as in like, hey, we don't need to fight each other. And there's some apes now that are like at war each other, like tribe versus tribe.
Yeah.
And they end up, like I said, it's very interesting. Like I said, this girl isn't the only human. You find out toward the end of the movie that she's not the only human. There's other humans out there. She was on a special recon, not really recon. She had a objective that she needed to accomplish, but she needed the apes' help. But she
Right.
played stupid.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, there's a part in the movie toward the end where they meet up because Caesar's like, "Where'd she go?" And she comes back to them to tell. I don't know if he's telling thanks, but he was back there, back at their old village, and they were, rebuilding from what was destroyed by the other apes that
Right.
they had a conflict with. And she shows back up. I think before she leaves, and he said that you can stay here if you want, you're safe. And she's like, yeah, and she has like this poncho on, and you kind of see her hand go behind the poncho, and he's like, well, don't you think humans and apes can live together as one? And they kind of pan around her, and she has her hand on a hilt of a gun, like a pistol, and she's like, yeah, I think so. Like, just flat up, and okay, and then she leaves. Didn't harm him. I don't know if she was just doing it for protection for herself or whatnot. But she leaves and travels on horseback. They gave her a horse, one of their horses, and she traveled. And I don't know where this will end up. It was around an area that had like those big, huge satellites that you would use to communication satellite dishes,
Right.
and they looked like they were broken. So it's like a strange building out in the middle of nowhere, like a brick building. She knocks on this door, and a person opens in a full hazmat suit
Holy cow.
and asks if she completed the objective. She hands her this thing that she got from wherever they were at. Closed her out, didn't let her in. Goes back down, and they close the door, lock the door, and they go down. Now down there's actually other humans down there around these computers and stuff.
Right.
And they plug this thing in. It's like a disk drive, and all of a sudden these satellites start moving, and then they start. They have like a CB or communication. They're like, anybody out there, California, this is California. And now all of a sudden you hear, this is kind of cool because, for me, because I live right by, like 40 minutes from it, but they said, this is Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Right.
Holy damn.
So they basically, at the end, you find out that there is other humans and they can talk. They're not all primitive. Like I said, they figure most of them probably stayed in bunkers. Probably when this stuff happened, there's probably people that stayed in bunkers.
Right.
And now they're
Yeah,
trying to
'cause it's the
communicate with other
apocalypse.
humans. And now I don't know why this girl still can speak unless the original girl is either immune to being ill or something might happen. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing where the series goes. Are we going to have and people, like I said, people are thinking possibly somehow these original or these newer movies connect the originals. And how would you think that? Because the originals, they went from there to going back in time and all that.
They were in
things.
New
Well,
York too. They weren't on the West Coast. They were in New York.
oh, were they?
All of them.
I didn't watch
Yeah.
the originals no more. Oh, yeah, because it was the
Because the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that's right. True. Never mind. That wouldn't be. That wouldn't make sense then. But they were just. It's just so funny because you have astronauts and they're thinking there was a. They're diving deep and watching, little Easter eggs, and they said that they seen a paper on the thing that said there was a lost spaceship in space.
Probably.
And I'm thinking, oh, that's the spaceship that went back in time or went to the future when the apes, from the first movie. And I'm like, so yeah, the movie, excellent. Definitely would watch it again. Definitely. I mean, heck, I went back and watched the original 3 over again. Before I went to
have
see
them
it,
all.
just because I wanted to refresh myself just in case. And then I found out. But like I said, I did love how at the prologue of the movie, before the movie actually started, they did a recap of the first 3, plus also had the memorial service of Caesar. I mean, that was tight. I was like, oh man, they are really. And then it went, black and said several years in the future. So this had nothing to do with Caesar's lineage. Had nothing to do with, but it shows that how much his lineage met and
Mhm.
it carried over into this. I mean, 200 years later, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's cool that they recognized Caesar is playing a major role in this movie still, even though he's
Yeah, he
not
wasn't in the movie, but he played a major
technically in it.
role. His being has had so much conflict. Like I said, that even the main bad guy is Proximus Caesar. That he actually took his name, Proximus Caesar. I don't know what I'd have to look what Proximus
So
means.
it's just
And
he just appointed himself as Caesar.
yeah,
By a proxy, he's Caesar because
and
Caesar.
like I said, he is learning to run a kingdom like the Roman empires.
That's what you were saying.
He wanted, like I said, he had a guy, another human that could talk, that knew. I think he was a teacher. No, that'd be 200 years. He knew how to read. That's why I don't get several years. I don't think it was 200 years,
Well, whatever. They at least recognized
but he knew how to
shit
read.
starts somewhere and it ends somewhere.
And that Proximus wanted to read everything to do with Roman empires, how to rule, basically rule a kingdom.
Nice.
So he was kind of like their king.
Yeah, he was Caesar.
Yeah.
Just by a proxy.
He took the how Caesar was, you know, he would fight when he had to. He took that aspect of Caesar, you know, as in,
Yeah.
I'm going to rule with an iron fist and not more of, you know, because what Caesar did is Caesar, but the original Caesar said usually went unless you rebelled against him like they did in the second one, Koba.
Yeah, I remember Koba. That guy was funny.
So this one pretty much, you know, I'm going to inspire my followers, but we step out of line.
Yeah, there's consequences for not obeying me.
Yeah. So it was really good. Like I said, I highly recommend you
I'm gonna be watching it as soon as I
watch
can get
it.
it on.
I recommend OMD dedicate 30 minutes of his day and watch all of them. And by the end of the month, he would be caught up.
Right, he'd be all caught up. Highly
But,
unlikely because he'd probably fall asleep 2 minutes into the damn movie.
but
It's just not his thing. He can't do it. And he'll be the first one to admit it when his mic's unmuted.
Yep.
so, yeah.
I can't. Like, very few. Like, even back like in October, I did a Lord of the Rings marathon with a friend of mine. Now, it took me, you know, we did it over 3 days. We didn't try and do all 6 movies between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings in one night. But it's still, I think it was the fifth movie, and I finally was when I passed out on the Sunday afternoon watching it.
So, like I said, this next movie I'm seeing is tomorrow, and that's Mad Max Futuroso Saga.
Furiosa?
Yeah. And I had to do some research to figure out where this takes place, what day, and because I never really watched the originals with Mel,
Right.
with Mel Gibson. Well, not Mel Gibson, was it?
Yes, it
Yes,
was.
it was.
Okay.
Mel Gibson, Tina Turner.
So I actually,
This is gonna piss me off.
I did see, Mad Max Fury Road with the guy that played Bane from Batman.
Hit your A button 3 times. Like when you go jump, do the double jump and then hit your A button a third time and hover.
And then, so I actually went back and the original Mad Max was on Peacock. You know what? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see how this, because I've seen Fury Road and I thought it was amazing. And
Okay.
the only other aspect of Mad Max that I ever did was the video game. If you've ever played the video game for Xbox or the Mad Max game that they made,
I
that was pretty
can't
fun.
say that I have, but I might have looked at it.
I played it. It was garbage.
You didn't like it? I beat it. I thought it was great.
Hated it.
But
Now do that
So-
again. Fuck no.
so I watched the
Oh,
original Mad
shit.
Max, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with what I played or watched on Fury Road. Then I realized, okay, this is like I don't know if they could do a prequel of Mad Max. That is the prequel. Because it was boring. I'm like, this is a gang of, well, I don't even know where they were going. I don't know where they based it off. I don't know if there was books on Mad Max before they made the movie.
No,
I don't know
it was
where they got the.
literally Mad Max is basically his brainchild kind of thing. Like he's like, oh, I'm from Australia, so we're just gonna do this crazy ass movie. It literally started out as the police, and then everything went fucking haywire, and now he's a wanted outlaw kind of thing.
So in the original Mad Max, he was a cop.
He was a cop. Yeah.
Then he retired. Then that gang followed him and killed his wife and baby.
Yeah.
And then he had his car. So I can't watch the Mad Max 2, Welcome to the Thunderdome, which hopefully would be better.
It's awesome.
That one was fantastic.
Okay.
Thunderdome was great.
Once I can watch that one, maybe that'll redeem the first one. Because the first one was
this one makes sense.
The first one was just like, okay, this is just a few years in the future, and it's not really the end of the world yet.
It's right on that borderline. Mad Max Thunderdome is like,
now Fury Road, you're like, holy
right
crap,
before.
this is crazy.
Yeah, Fury Road is legit. You're
fighting for gasoline.
Yeah, the apocalypse has happened.
So I'm like, okay, where's this one going to? Because it's saying Futurosa Saga.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
there's more than one, which is good.
So Fury Road, that is actually a prequel to Fury Road. I found out that Futurosa was in Fury Road. She's the girl that helps Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
With the black. But she was a lot older than that one. This one's a younger where it's showing her saga.
Yeah. It's showing where she come from kind of thing.
Again,
this is going to drive me insane.
With that, Bubba, again, you need your lament bottles.
Well, who the...
Bubba.
Use your green bottle.
So, I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. What other movies that are coming up? I don't think there's any. Wait. I don't think there's. Let's see. This is May, right? This is May. June. Let me look at my.
Meaty.
Why is it not throwing your bottle?
It's throwing little green things out. But they're going through it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be throwing the bottle at it.
Well,
because you need to hit that thing like 3 times.
It no Dewey. It's screwy. I'm about to lose my mind.
Oh, did the game is glitching on you?
Woo! Go now! I fucking hate this fucking game.
I can see Bubba like chucking. Is this on a keyboard or mouse or?
No, this is on an Xbox controller, a real game controller, a real console.
So this is a single player game that you wanted to show Bubba.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm going to play some home run derby. I rage quit, boys.
Well, you didn't throw the controller
can't
through
throw
your
the-
monitor, so
I can't because I only have one monitor and I only have one controller.
yep.
Oh, home
That's
run
why I
derby.
only have one.
So I had to make a run to
The shitta.
no, not to the shitter. But for work, I had to make a run to Staples today to go and ship something for the boss.
Oh yeah.
He wanted it done through Canada Post. Well, the nearest Canada Post is Shoppers. He's like, no, Staples. And there's no rush for anything. So, I go and do it. And so I'm looking at new computers and all of that because I'm waiting behind one customer in line to ship a simple package for 45 minutes.
I would have raged.
No. Why? I get to stand there. I get
True
to,
enough, it's during work, so who cares, right?
and I'm getting paid for it. So I did get to look. I looked at some new computers afterwards, and
Oh, nice. Right on.
because I do need one. So they have a nice one there that I could upgrade to that's relatively inexpensive.
Relatively.
Well,
Loosely using that term.
I mean, $549 for a new tower is not bad.
Okay, but what's in it?
Pretty much a little bit more than what I have now. I really didn't get a chance to look at it. I was pricing. I'm actually going to look at going with an all-in-one the next time.
Bad idea, but okay. Just a personal thing. I think they're stupid.
Oh, see,
Something goes on it, you got to get the whole thing shipped out. The whole thing's got to go. You don't get a replacement computer.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Being an
And
IT guy, I wouldn't recommend it all in one.
No. If you have a
Not
tower,
unless that's all
literally
you
your
can.
video card
I
goes,
mean,
you
if that's
go.
unless you're on a budget and that's all you can afford. But I wouldn't recommend it for.
Yeah, but the all-in-ones now are running more than a tower.
But still, warranty states computer must be packed up. Computer will be shipped back to us. Computer will be looked at, fixed.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
and
how
will be
easy
sent back.
they are to upgrade either.
Not. Again, your video card fucks up, the whole computer's going back. Your
Yeah.
sound fucks up, the whole computer's going back. You got a tower, the video card fucks up. Sweet. Pull it out, toss it, get a new one, put a new one in it.
yeah.
Your audio goes, cool. I'll just put an audio card in it. Good, we're good. Thank you.
So, do you use a PC now or a laptop?
PC.
PC. Okay.
I
got
have
2 laptops.
I absolutely despise laptops.
That's what an all-in-one is. Just a giant laptop.
So, I mean, I know that's what we use at work, and
They want to be, as long as you're not planning on gaming on them. Is it mainly just a stream?
yeah, it's going to be my, it would just be my monitor for this stuff.
Okay. Like if you're not planning on gaming on it,
No, like I don't have my Xbox hooked up to my monitor here.
I mean, it's completely your choice, but I personally would never get an all-in-one myself. Because like I said, if something fucks up, the whole thing got to be fixed, not just, it's not simple like, oh, that card don't work. Let's take that out, throw it away, grab a new one, put
Right.
it in. Bam, fixed. You're looking at like a month without your computer if you have to send it in.
Yeah.
I'm going to rage quit on this game too. Jesus, throw the ball. Like, quit throwing it at my feet.
Did you do create a character of yourself or something?
I've done it, yeah, but this is just
I guess-
online.
I said that can't be that, right? Because that's a black guy. I first looked. I said all I seen was a size, and then I was like,
Oh
wait.
my god. No, I'm playing online. It's a home run derby.
Oh,
Did Cam what? Ah, shit. Thank you, Bulkster. I needed that.
okay.
Oh shit. Hit that ball 469, boys.
Yeah, I
That was
work
awesome.
tomorrow till 5, and then I sent my cousin to come over, and we'll go to the movie theater that's 40 minutes away.
Right. Now,
Going to
Mr. Bulkster, I just
Yeah.
want to confirm, are we doing a simulation show Friday night after the SmackDown security detail?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want to.
We can do it. I can build a room tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
Go right ahead.
Or you can just jump in and we'll do it in the SmackDown security detail room.
That's
just
fine.
add the Boar's Nest to. Well, you're already streaming in the Boar's Nest, so yeah, go right ahead.
That's fine. Just advertise it, I guess, during it.
Stick
Boker's going
around,
to come in here,
motherfuckers.
and he's going to...
Just have fun.
I got the matches. I had to go on there and just for... Well, like I said, because not all the wrestlers are on the game right now, so...
Right.
Oh shit, eh?
And like I did last time with Tama Tonga, I had to get him on there. But I'm going through. Okay, what matches are we gonna have? I wrote down 5 matches. Okay. So like I said, I know everything except for what's gonna happen on SmackDown. So I gotta do that the day
The night of, yeah.
Yeah.
up. So I said I can set this pay-per-view up. I'll just put some stand-ins in for right now, or who I think is going to win the next 2 matches. And then
That
if
would be
it's
cool.
not, then
Here's what I do is do Randy Orton versus Solo on the game.
And whoever wins that, put them in the next round. Like
as opposed
simulate it.
to as opposed
I
to
already have it set up to where like I said, but I had to download Lyra Valkyrie because she's not on the game yet. She's a DLC
Right,
that's
okay.
later. So I had to find somebody that created her, which, like I said, these people that create characters are French kiss. I love that they can do that.
Right.
So I got her, and I was like, you know what? I already have Bianca. Naya's not on the game yet, so I just went ahead and downloaded Naya Jax just in case she's the winner of that
Right.
side, and it's going to be Naya versus Lyria. I have that set up, and it ain't no big deal for me to go in there and swap out people. It takes me like 1 second to do that. It won't take me long. And then the other match was, Gunther versus either Orton or Tama Tonga, which I already have Tama Tonga downloaded. I figured it might be Randy because I'm telling you, Gunther versus Randy, ooh, that's pay-per-view written right over it.
Yep. Yes, it does.
That has money written all over it.
But so does, I think, Gunther versus Tama Tonga, especially if you're starting to see this respect in Gunther starting to get the pop.
Yeah.
So you
True.
can now start turning Gunther face if you have him lose to Tama Tonga in the finals.
Yeah, true. So I'm just interested. I just love how we are all going on this ride.
Yep.
Because we're going through week by week, going, well, writing's on the wall. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. And then the next thing,
yes. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boar's Nest After Hours.
Yes, completely. I forgot to.
Where anything goes except nudity.
So
You
yeah,
can get to
I
that on any of our individual OnlyFans that don't exist.
Oh shit.
welcome to Feet Talk. So but no, I mean, I'm just going on this ride. Like we talk on Mondays on the Raw review preview, and we
Yeah.
have this all planned out.
We
We
did.
might have subtle ideas, but we're all like, well, it's going to be Jay and Tama. It's going to get, we're going to get Bloodline. We're going to get, and then we're like, watching the show, we're like, well, they got me again.
Yeah, there goes that idea.
Yep.
I mean, it's still going to happen in the future. It's just not going to happen the way we think it's going to happen. And
What-
I love it. I love it.
What's
I
that
love they keep
remind
us on
you
our
of, though?
toes.
Like,
What
what's
was that,
that
Bubba?
What's that remind you of? Back when Vince was on his toes about wrestling, and kayfabe was a thing, and we never knew what was going on.
Yep.
Back in the day, back when we were kids, man. Like, I feel like I'm a kid watching wrestling again
Yeah.
because I literally don't have an idea what's going to happen from week to week. There's no inkling as to what's going to happen, who's going to end up where. It's literally, I feel like kayfabe is alive and well
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Now, again, I do have Nia winning the Queen of the Ring.
Me too. I do too, because yeah, well, she's proved she's earned it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the face. Whoa.
Well, like I said, they
Sorry.
all said that the person that wins gets a title shot.
Yes.
Yep.
If I'm booking this, I think Lyra's too soon to get a title shot.
Yep.
Nia is already planted seeds that she wants a title from Bailey. So here we go.
Exactly.
Bianca the same way. I mean, they already had a tag title, so I don't see why they would need her to give her double titles.
She's good where she's at with the new girl and defending those titles.
So
that's
I don't want
enough
to see
for me.
Lyra versus Becky Lynch anyway, or Liv Morgan. Like I said, if Liv Morgan comes out with the win.
Is it Liv on Raw?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so never mind. Hold on. It took me a minute to catch up to you, that's all. Continue.
Liv is facing Becky at the PLE.
Yeah, I was thinking we were still on Raw and you switched, or on SmackDown, and you switched over to Raw. I mean, it
So
took me a minute to get up.
The Bolsters already booked King of the Ring, and the matches are start with Triple Threat.
I'm booking the
IC match?
Bolster versus Bubba Duke for the King of the Ring final with me as the special guest ref.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Chuck Norris is the guest enforcer.
Oh shit.
I'll have to do that. I'll have to make all three of us in the game.
Could you imagine?
And we could do a special end of the match. Like, oh, what's a special match? OMG's the special referee.
Do you not remember when Chuck Norris did the guest enforcer spot? I believe it was at the Royal Rumble for, I want to say, Yoko and Taker in a casket match.
I think it, yeah. I can't
I
remember
remember,
exactly, but
I remember Chuck Norris there.
Get fucking eliminated. Damn it. See, dude, I go to the second round and I get barely anything. Guys shooting pitches at my freaking feet the whole time. Golf swing that crap. Jackass.
Well, guys,
Are you
I'm going to
playing?
have to get off here.
Why?
Way more than we need to know.
Yep, I know. Bulkster needs his beauty sleep.
Oh, princess.
Well,
Give me-
that's for damn
give me
sure, and it ain't gonna help.
Break. No, it ain't. I ain't gonna help
It
nobody.
doesn't help me. Sure as hell don't help Bubba.
Bubba's so
Well, look
used
how
to the
ugly my
third
face
shift.
is.
Bubba's so used to the third shift now that he stays up all night so he can sleep during the day.
Pretty much.
He's a vampire now.
You're not. Yeah, you guys watch how white I get now.
I did third shift for 5 years.
It's OMD. You can't do third shift. You know how hard it is to sell a mattress at midnight.
No, that's
I
what
bet you it's not that hard.
I'm waiting for the crack whores and the escorts.
Jesus Christ. Can we rent that bed for 2 hours?
OMD has a secret mission, side mission on the side.
Right? We know what he's doing at night. He renting, and they got
Fucking-
like what 100
yeah,
beds
that's
in
funny.
there.
We got 55 on display.
Dude, you're gonna make a killing. Plus the bunk
renting
beds.
them by the hour.
Plus, we've got 7 shipping containers.
Start throwing beds in those.
Well,
Got one on each end.
I rent out the ones in the dump bin for them.
I don't know if I could. I mean, I'd be tired all the time seeing beds. I'd be like, man, I'm tired. I take a nap.
That's the bonus is I'm encouraged to lay down on my job.
That's
Bubba's
awesome.
laugh.
That's fucking awesome. I love it.
I told
encouraged to lay down
Bubba,
on my
like,
job
whenever I
instead.
decide to drive across the border, I'm not going to announce it to everybody. And I said, I'm just going to show up at your mattress place as a shopper. See if you recognize me.
Just
And
to
say,
mess with you.
I'll
I'm
just
gonna
be
lay in
waiting.
this, start laying in beds.
You're just gonna be like, I'm gonna take your order, and you're gonna be like Terry Hans. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, Bulkster, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start laying in the bed. I'd be like,
I'm
Hey.
gonna sell you our thinnest piece of crap foam mattress, cash and carry. So you're gonna have to carry it out.
I'll tell you.
Nice.
can you help me? And you'd be like, sure, because you're all about customer service. And I'd be like, not to sound weird, but you're the same frame as my wife. Can we cuddle on each bed so I can find the right perfect one? You're like, she likes to be the little spoon.
Oh my god!
And to see his face go, what?
Oh
And
god!
Bubba would just laugh because he would.
Dude, I wouldn't even show up. I'd be gone. I'd be like, later. You're talking about spooning. I'm out. I can't handle that shit.
OMD would be like, well, it'd be funny if now, like, I told him my planned and like,
I'd ask my manager to do it instead because he's more your size.
3 weeks from now, someone will actually come in and do that, and it won't be me. I'll be like, and I'll be like, is that Terry? He'll be pulling up my profile, like, doesn't look nothing like him.
Oh my god!
But
Could you
this is so
imagine?
funny that this is happening.
He would call you right away too. He'd be like, I hate you. Look what you look at.
I
Look
think
at
that
this.
wasn't me. I didn't do nothing.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
No, you'll just send in JJ.
He wouldn't even come up here,
Have
dude.
you-
He's too busy doing his thing, so just leave it. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Survivor
He-
Series 94 is when Chuck Norris showed up.
He had a new co-host.
Just so everybody knows I'm not making that shit up. Mr. Best. We gotta come up with a fucking professional title for this guy. Like Mr. I don't want to call him the know-it-all because that's kind of arrogant, but he knows everything. Like fucking I'm gonna start calling him Data from Star Trek.
He's our research analyst.
No,
It's like-
I'm gonna call him Data.
It's kind of
From
like
Star
Indiana
Trek.
Jones. He's encyclopedia.
He's our memory card.
There you go. Data. The
Data.
robot.
Data best.
No, dude, no, because it's not even just wrestling. Okay, you can't call yourself the pro wrestling historian because it's everything. It's not even just wrestling. Right?
He is our wrestling historian, though.
He is, but it's not just. If it was just wrestling, I wouldn't be like, no, I wouldn't be so animated about it. I'm literally gonna start calling you Data from Star Trek, literally. Because that fucker knew everything about anything and the stupidest shit, too.
Bye, guys.
Bulkster's going to take off. Have a good one, Bulkster. Thanks for coming over,
right.
buddy.
Later.
Have a good one.
Bulkster. Have a great night, brother.
So that was the Bulkster.
The Bulkster has joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you the Bulkster has left the building.
Wah, wah, wah. And I'm not even using the right background tonight. Notice that?
No, yep.
Let's go over and get our new background that we had made for us. Bing. There we go. Oh, dude, it's been one of them days.
Yep.
I didn't even think about the background.
All right.
I do like the one that is being used on Turnbuckle Talk. The one on Turnbuckle Talk is very cool.
Yep.
I suppose you want to make like a tree and fuck off?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I can chill out here.
Okay. I'm going to close down some things here and
My
there we go.
My phone's not blowing up tonight, so it's not like I'm...
Oh, no girlfriend this time of night?
No.
Did you kick that one to the curb? No names, but did you kick that one to the curb?
No.
Oh, no? Okay. What's he saying? And I say bring...
Being called Data is legit a badge of honor.
Data. It's not Data. It's Data.
Same thing.
From Star Trek. No, it ain't.
Well, I know.
I'd like to see you say that shit at a Star Trek convention. It's Data.
I gave up on Star Trek after The Next Generation.
Yeah, Data is on The Next Generation.
Yes, he is.
But yes, so I'm going to start calling you Data. Anytime I need some information, be like, Data, can you compute that for me?
There you go. Mr. Best is our data bank.
Dude, it is insane the amount of information this guy knows. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like, I can barely remember what I had for supper last night, let alone what happened in WrestleMania fucking whatever. You know, I remember WrestleMania 3 for the simple fact that Hogan power slammed Andre the Giant.
Yep.
I remember a WrestleMania that was in Toronto with Hogan versus The Rock. I could not tell you what WrestleMania. Don't care because I don't remember.
That was 18 because I was there.
There you go. I wasn't.
WrestleMania 6 was also held in Toronto.
See, that I didn't know.
That was Hogan and Warrior.
Was that title for title?
Yep.
Okay, so I did watch that one. I remember this gentleman wrestling one Macho Man, Randy Savage. And I don't think it was WrestleMania. I think it was just like a show. And that snake ate the shit out of Macho Man's arm. I said...
That was Tuesday in Texas.
I said to my dad, Dad, that snake just stepped into a Slim Jim. My old man rolled. My dad looked like Santa Claus, just ate a bowl of jelly. It was hilarious. What's he saying here now? I can legit turn on a random past Raw and tell you everything that happens after watching 5. I don't doubt it, bro. And that's scary. Right?
Yep.
And it was Superstars, he said, not Tuesday, whatever you said.
Oh, yes, it was.
Taco Tuesday. Wasn't Taco Tuesday.
Yes, it was Superstars. It wasn't the Tuesday in Texas.
It was Slim Jim Tuesday. That's the kind of stuff I remember. I remember guys like these two gentlemen here having incredible matches, even before Eddie came to WWE. Some of the matches he had in New Japan as, what was it, Black Tiger? Was that his? I know it was something Tiger. Data, can you compute that information for me, please? What was Eddie Guerrero's name in New Japan? Watch, he'll come up with that shit in like 5 minutes. It was the Black Tiger. You were correct. Like we're patiently waiting now for that information to be computed by data. I'm gonna say that shit when Carl's around. Carl's gonna be like, "Who the frick are you talking about?" And then Best is gonna come up with his answer, like
He is the best data.
Technically, yeah, yeah. Let's go with that. But yeah, no, I remember shit like that. I remember, and I never watched one of his matches like live. I know it all because I caught him in WCW wrestling guys like Jericho, Dean Malenko, Rey Mysterio, like all these guys.
Right.
See, I was right. Black Tiger was
Yes,
his
you
name.
were.
So I was right. Okay, thank you, Best Data or Data Best or however you want to put that. I don't care. Thank you. So yeah, I liked the guy. I liked his swagger even in WCW.
Yep.
I mean, it was nothing compared to the Latino Heat era when he was doing that.
Well, no,
But he
because I mean,
had a
when he did the
swagger.
Latino Heat era was when he was able to, gain some muscle mass and start bulking up a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't a skinny little guy back then like he was back in the day.
Right.
But still, watching the swagger he had and then transitioning into the WWE, I wouldn't say it was like night and day, but it was a gradual progression.
Absolutely.
And you seen it coming. It wasn't like a out of the blue, oh, this is his character now. There was little increments of lead up to that whole lie, cheat, steal, Latino Heat, Viva la Raza,
Yep.
that it was little increments that led up to that, not just a skinny dude to a giant dude that looked like he did steroids. No, it was a legit, you could see him building muscle.
Yeah.
Which was really, really cool. You can't see the bottom part of your screen, can you?
Yeah.
I see you doing this. He's trying to see the bottom part of his screen.
Well, I'm just trying to see where I'm at because I'm playing baseball again while Immortals finishes re-downloading, and then I've got 3 other updates.
Let's see. Mr. Best has something to say here. Okay. It was actually a blessing that Eddie got fired in 01. Otherwise, he wouldn't have cleaned up, and we probably wouldn't have lost him. We would have lost him a lot sooner than what we. You know what? That is probably the truest statement I've ever heard in my entire life. Because how many more years after 01 did he get to wrestle? Because he died in what, 05? 07?
Somewhere around there.
08? I know it was right around when my dad passed. Because I literally we lost Eddie, then we lost my dad, or we lost my dad and then I lost Eddie.
Right.
And then, unfortunately, with what happened with the other person, great wrestler. It was 05. So it was a year before my dad. Yeah. Yeah. So dad died, and then in 06 or 05, Eddie died. I can't remember what month that was. I think it was almost a year to the day.
Wow.
Then my dad died. Yeah. It was almost like, it was like right around that time. If you don't mind, Chris, what day and month did he pass away? I know you've got it probably looked up. You probably just should have written the whole thing down. Same year I lost my stepdad and my uncle. Damn, bro, that's hard. So it was November. Okay, so literally I got clean in October, right? Lost Eddie. And then in March of 06, my dad passed away. So not even 6 months, really.
Wow. Yeah.
within a 6-month period, we'll say, yeah, November 13th. So literally not even 6 months. Dad passed away March 9th of 06.
Wow.
So, and let's be honest, at that point in time, I'm getting sober from pretty heavy drugs and drinking like a fish. So reality wasn't really reality for this guy for a while.
Right.
So I knew Eddie passed away. Bam, not even 6 months. My dad passed away. And that didn't really like it hit me, but not like it did when I got completely sober and
Right.
realized and sat down and went through, okay, so what were the main events that happened during this period of me getting my head back together?
Right.
Eddie Guerrero passing away. My dad passed away. So I had another period of say 6 months to 8 months of grieving two guys that I looked up to. Now, Eddie passing away, I looked up to him. He was like my professional,
Yep.
like that guy that I looked up to. I wanted to be the Eddie Guerrero of our local wrestling, basically. I didn't think I was going to be any better than that.
Right.
But I gave it my all, regardless. It's what I love to do.
Right.
And then dad was, well, he's my father, number one,
Yep.
and my best friend. First drink I had, my dad.
Yep.
First joint I ever smoked. I was like, Dad, I want to try it just to see what it's like. Dad
Yep.
was like, okay, let's go. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? The first time I was with a girl, I went and told my dad.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I want to talk to you like you're my best friend. You can't be my dad right now.
Yep.
He's like, hold on a minute. And my dad, being the funny, goofy guy he was, he would literally spin. He would turn. Okay, I'm your best friend. What's up, buddy?
Yep.
Like, dude, I totally just was with a girl.
Yep.
First thing out of his mouth was, as a best friend would, and I know you would do the same thing, did this happen with respect
Yep.
to the woman, the young lady? I'm like, totally. We both said yes. We both were, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I didn't just lose my dad. I lost my best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I went from getting my brain back from drugs and alcohol
Yep.
to now having to regain mental composure because I lost 3 of the people I looked up to in my life. And I'm going to admit it. It was Eddie, Chris Benoit. I looked up to Chris Benoit because he was a little guy in the
Yep.
industry, powerful little dude, and Dad. So 3 of the dudes you look up to die in that period of you trying to get your head back on right.
Yep. Well, I
It fucks you up a
mean,
little bit.
05, I was, I was already into my, like, I was clean from everything hard.
Yeah.
I would
Which is
still,
good.
puff on occasion.
Yeah.
Actually, next month, I will reach 24 years clean.
Wow, bro. Congrats. That's
So,
a big step, my man. Congratulations.
and thank you. And I mean, I don't ever want to preach about it. Like, I will listen to people, I will share my story, but I don't ever want to preach about it and tell people, like, this is the
No.
way, blah, 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 blah.
No. I'm the same way. If someone brings up the subject like we are now, I will 100% tell you what happened to me and tell you, listen, I'm not going to tell you what to do and what you should and shouldn't do.
Right.
All I can say to you is my experience with it was it destroyed my life.
Yep.
It does. It destroyed my life. Simple.
Yep.
But if you want to go do it, I mean, hey, you're an adult. You do what you want.
Yep. Congratulations to you, Mr. Best. Today marks a month since he quit smoking.
Good job. Now we're talking cigarettes, my friend, or smoking. I mean, it's really none of my business. Congratulations. I know one is a lot harder to quit than the other to a degree, but it's still huge accomplishment making it 1 month. Dude, making it 1 day is huge. Making it 2 days, even bigger. 3, keep it, just it gets bigger and better and cooler, and that you made it a whole month, bro. Way to go. Like, seriously, that's awesome. I'm working on October 7th is going to be 20 years.
Nice. So the day after my birthday.
It was my dad's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I wonder if that has something to do with us turning things around the way we did after 20 years.
You never know, dude. You never know. Again, cigarettes. Okay, so that's huge. Nicotine in itself is a giant drug.
Absolutely, it is.
It's. I'll be honest. I had an easier time kicking the cocaine addiction than I did the cigarette nicotine addiction. I had an easier time, and that sounds so stupid and so ass backwards, and I get that, but that's the way it was. It was easier for me to kick that drug than it was for me to kick nicotine.
Yep.
And that's where I got these see these big giant bags? That's where I got that from. Trying to kick nicotine. I got tired, I got grumpy, I literally was like, just don't people. It's easier to just don't people for a little while.
Yep.
So that you can get past this stage of, because I literally would get violent.
Yep.
Like verbally, like, and just I would get I wouldn't hit anybody, but I'd be like all aggressive and be like, get the fuck away from me. You don't have a cigarette, I don't want to talk to you. Go away.
Right.
And that's how I did it, Chris. I went cold turkey as well. Do I kind of regret doing it cold turkey the way I did because I quit everything at once? Yeah, that was hard on my body, and I think that's what made my recovery that much longer.
Yeah. You didn't have that one little vice.
I literally moved out of the Sioux. I won't tell anybody where I moved to because it's my hideaway, and even to this day, I still go out there and take the day and just, I wouldn't say meditate because that's not the word to use because I don't believe in meditation.
Right.
But I just sit there. Yeah, I just kind of sit there and, listen to the crickets and fish and birds and bees. And there's no traffic. There's no, nothing. And it's literally the middle of butthole nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's just my spot to refocus, I get energy from everything around me. I equate it to my native side getting in touch with Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds stupid to some people because they look at me and they're like, but bro, you're like whiter than
you're grounding yourself.
But it's very like, yeah, and just reconnecting to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And that helps me. I get rid of all this negative and all the, I could feel it. Like when because I sit down or I lay down on the grass or the moss or that rock, wherever I find that spot. Because I mean, I've walked through the bush for probably an hour one time to find that. Right. This is the spot. This is where I need to be right now.
Yep.
And it feels like you literally, and you can understand this one because you have a really good bed. When you lay in your bed and you just feel yourself just kind of be absorbed by your bed.
Yep.
That's the feeling I get when I go to recenter myself. When I'm laying on the ground, I literally feel like she's grabbing me and just pulling me in.
Yeah.
Giving me a little shake, getting rid of all that dirt and giving me like fresh water and fresh dirt and okay, you're good to go. Go back out into the world now. We'll be here when you need us. It's nice to have that spot.
Yep.
So, Chris, if you haven't found that spot that's not in your apartment, because in your apartment can't help you recenter because that's where the chaos is. Just find somewhere, even if it's just sitting at the boardwalk or going to Whitefish Island and sitting by the rapids and just listening to the rapids.
You know what? You can find it in your apartment because I do find it, not necessarily here at my Xbox or doing the shows. And I appreciate what you said there, Mr. Best, about doing the shows with us.
Yes,
That is a huge help for me as well.
it
But
is.
in my kitchen, I love to cook.
He finds, yeah, even that, yeah, that works too. If that's what you love. I'm just, what works for me might not work for you. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't work
exactly.
for him. He likes to cook, so he goes to the kitchen. He probably turns on music that's whatever that chills him out, and he cooks. That was my dad. My dad would put on the old time country, like the Hank Williams Sr. and Waylon
Yeah.
Jennings and Hank Jr. and just bake.
Yep.
It was, or we'd come home and there'd be Chinese food made. You'd have a whole, like our whole table, you'd have both leaves in it to make it really big, and it would be just packed full of Chinese food.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm not saying you can't find it in your house, but like find that corner where and you don't go to that corner any other time unless you're like, I need to center myself. I just need to chill for a minute.
Yep.
I need to just focus on nothing but headphones on and play some soft music. So you just kind of close your eyes and you're not at your apartment, you're somewhere else. Mine just happens to be going out in the middle of butthole nowhere, take a hike for an hour and find a spot.
Yeah.
That's just me. I've always been, I'm a country boy. That's how I've been my whole life. Even when I lived on the farm that I grew up on, I would still, hey, I'm going, I'll be back. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I had my knife on me. I had the rifle, and I would go to my spot.
Yep.
But 1 month, I don't care what anybody says, and there'll be haters out there. Oh, it's only a month. Big fucking deal. No, dude. A month is a huge milestone. Huge.
Yep.
And here's the thing.
Massive.
I'll give you a word of advice. Fuck ups happen. Don't dwell on it. Just start again. Just start again.
Yep.
Fuck ups happen. You're going to be like, I'm just pissed off. I'm stressed out. And you're going to pick up a smoke. And before you realize it, you're smoking. And then when you realize it, you're like, you get down on yourself and you're like, fuck, why can't I just listen? It's an addiction. That shit will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
How long's it been for you, OMD? 20 what years?
I've been 24 years clean, officially in June.
Exactly. And I'll guarantee you, when you get stressed out, what's the first thing that pops in your head? When you're super stressed.
When I'm super stressed is I actually now come and just turn on my Xbox.
Yeah. So you don't think about it.
Nope.
Yeah. So you don't think about it. I'll be honest, Mr. Best, when I get super stressed, like, I mean, super stressed, I'm like, you know how easy it would be just to get a bag of the white stuff and just get rid of that right here, or roll a joint and smoke that, or whatever.
See, I don't even think about those things. I don't think about alcohol. It's yes, I want a cigarette, but that's also why I have my vape, right? Like I can.
No, exactly. Yeah, you get that the motion, but you're not getting the issue that comes with it being the nicotine. No,
I've got nicotine in mine.
No, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting all the other chemicals.
The other chemicals, yeah. But guys like me I was into the super hard stuff. Like, there's still days where I'm like, God, just to have a hit would be great right now. It still comes to me, and it's been going on 20 years.
Yeah.
Now, is it an everyday thing? No, but
not by a long shot.
There's times where it's just like, you know how nice it would be just to take a hit and just melt away and not think about anything else.
Yep.
But I personally know if I do, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'll tell you right now, I won't be able to stop using.
Yep.
Because I have that kind of personality. I was lucky to and able to stop one time. I don't think I could stop a second time. I think it would just be straight up, do it till I die.
And that's why I do my for me now, that's why I do my festivals. That's
your drug now. Yep, 100%.
annual addiction.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's something
exactly.
I can do once a year, get my fix.
Yeah, and it is totally a drug for you because when you go, the pictures you have sent back, dude, your eyes are this big,
Oh yeah.
and your
Just
grin
wait
is.
until this year, because now we're looking at adding POD on the Saturday night after Bad Omens.
You really, 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 really love rubbing that in, don't you? That I can't go.
Well,
I'm just bugging you, dude. You know what? I would be super happy about going to any concert right now, but priorities dictate that money isn't there for it.
right. Well, right now we've got two of the guys that are going want to go. Me, the fourth one is iffy. Charlotte has already said no.
Oh,
So
she
we're
backed
sort of
out.
no, she's coming to the show, but
Oh, to
she doesn't want
POD.
to she doesn't want to go to POD for the after show at 11:30 on the Saturday night.
How burnt out is she gonna be?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to be burnt out too, so
But
I'm not sure if it's a for sure thing that we're going to do it.
yeah, is that part of the concert? Like that's part of the thing you're
It's
going to?
listed as the after show, but it's an additional ticket.
Oh, okay.
So
And why the
we've
frick?
literally got to leave at like 11:15 to grab an Uber to go over to the bar where they're playing, and then
Right, and then an Uber at whatever time to get back.
yeah.
Wow. What's Chris saying? My drug is just being creative.
That's awesome.
Dude, if that's what it is now, by all means. There's a shit ton of stuff you can create for the Boar's Nest. And for our Monday night watch along, review, preview. Like there's tons.
All right.
Don't not even that. We got the SmackDown patrol
The
thingy.
SmackDown security detail.
Yeah, the security detail. Like,
all right.
What's
So
going on,
this
brother?
guy has just handed me the home run derby. We started with 8. We had 3 drop out in the first round because they were all sitting at 0.
Yeah.
I made it through to the finals, and the guy I'm competing with in the finals, it's like, yeah, he's dropped out. They're still putting a red thing up because it's whoever for the computer playing against me. But yeah, I just won the home run derby because Buddy backed out.
Okay.
Back out with 30 seconds to go in the final round, and you were down by 1.
Oh, yes. I know it's way past our time, and we're just jibber jabbering.
Yep.
I'm gonna put some stuff up here for everybody on the ticker down below. Let's not forget that True North Customs is the first sponsor of the Boar's Nest, and let's give this guy some props. Some I know it's hard to see because the light's right in front of it now.
Yep.
That's his business card. His name's Nathan Reed. This young fella does everything: lift kits, lowering kits, suspension, tires, tunnel covers, interior stuff, exterior stuff. You want different lights, you want different trim. He can order it and get it for you and put it in. And then here's the best part: you order all this stuff from this gentleman, Nathan Reed, and right behind his tiny little corner shop that he has in this building is these guys. I know you can't really see it, but it's Professional Auto. I haven't got a thing on the ticker for them yet. I just haven't had time to put it in. But you want to talk to Corey there. He's the boss. We'll get it up on the ticker here in the next little bit for you. Corey is more than willing to install anything you buy from Nathan Reed. So your lift kits, your tunnel covers, your blah, 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 blah. What the heck is this? I don't know who you are, so quit sending me stuff. That'd be great. Not a clue. So yeah, and we have a promo code. It is, as you can see right there on the end, it is TNC, which stands for True North Customs. So when you go in and use that promo code, it gets you a little bit of a discount because you're already not paying taxes because he is on a native reserve, which they don't pay taxes. So he's going to give you just a little extra discount on that price of whatever you buy. So check him out there on Facebook. Email him if you have any questions, by all means, please. And we're going to get his logo on our programming here too as well. We're just, again, everything's been so hectic with my new shoot job, dude, that I am completely behind on everything. I feel like a dick sometimes. Total
Man, I
douchebag.
mean, this is a new job, new opportunity, and it's been a drastic change because you're going from working an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5 to now
12
hours and overnights.
Yeah, 7 at night till 7 in the morning, bro.
So just like our executive producer and directive assistant in Mr. Carl Carafel.
I don't know if you can read that there, but the word is Avery. They are construction, transportation, metal handling, and everything else. They do paving. That's the company I'm working for now. Great company, great bunch of people, very family orientated. If you're a truck driver with your AZ or a driver with your DZ and you live in the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario area, and you want a job with a good company, that's the company to go for. Plain and simple. Avery Construction, Avery Transportation. They do everything. They even sell, or rent out shipping containers.
Yep.
Like if you need a shipping container to move yourself across Canada or down into the States, they will get that shipping container to your house or your apartment. When you're done loading that thing, put a lock on it, they'll load it up and it'll get to where it's got to go. And who knows, this guy might end up driving it there because that is on my list of duties now.
Yep.
It is. I literally got a text today from the big boss that does the hiring and the scheduling, and he's like the coordinator.
Right.
Hey, bro, how do you feel about, possibly doing this? Then he listed a bunch of shit off, right?
Right.
My answer to him was, hell yeah.
Nice.
Count me in, bro. I don't think that was the reply he was expecting.
Right.
But I am definitely not their usual driver. I'm I'm pumped to be there. I love driving rig, and it's nice to be back in one.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's great to have support too. Like not just from you guys here at Turnbuckle Studios and here at the Boar's Nest. But my girl 100% behind me.
Right.
Telling me if this is really what you want to do, do it.
Yep.
If it is what makes you happy, by all means, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
She's like, I got your back. No big deal.
Yep.
We will make time.
That was something I looked into a number of years ago. I wanted to actually get my C license to drive bus.
Yes.
Because at the time, Greyhound was offering partner and couples driving.
Yep.
So I wanted to get my girlfriend at the time to get her license and do it so that we could do that. And then because you were allowed to take holidays whenever you wanted. So if I got to run to Nashville, I could stop and take a few days. And it would have been a great way to travel and explore.
You're not wrong at all about that. The ability I've had to travel just in Ontario alone has been so much fun. Like I've been to places in Southern Ontario I've passed by them.
Right.
Like Hamilton. I've been around that area. Okay. Like I've gone to the airport once.
Right.
Driving rig. I've been throughout Hamilton now. Went to just outside Niagara Falls to drop off some stuff. I've been to Brantford. I've been almost to Windsor. Like I was just outside Windsor dropping off steel. I've been to Brampton, the Mississauga shipping container port that they have. They have two of them down there. Been in both of them.
Yep.
Accidentally was in one and purposely was in the other.
Right.
Well,
and it's funny because you mention all these places, and I've got family in all of those places. I've got family, or had family in Hamilton, have family in London, have family in just outside of Windsor in Tecumseh.
right. That's where I was. I couldn't remember the name of it. I knew it started with a D, but
no, it's actually a T.
Sorry, a T.
I've had family in Winnipeg. That's the family that's now in London, actually. I've got family in Ottawa.
So do I.
I've got family in Ancaster. So we would
Nice.
visit them in Hamilton. Family in Burlington. So we would stay there.
Been through Burlington, crossed that sky bridge. That's sketchy as shit, by the way, when the wind is blowing.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing I dread about these road trips is the Mackinac Bridge, especially if the wind is going and it's raining.
Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle.
It didn't help that a number of years ago, I ended up going to Sheboygan one night just for the hell of it, long before passports were required and all of that. And I had an idiot decide to play Guess Who with me while I was driving across the Mackinac at 2 a.m.
What?
Yeah.
I would have lost my shit. That off the bridge, he would have went. Have fun swimming. That's a good idea, Chris. You know what? I'll give you a tip if you go to Mackinac Island. Do not sit in the park right underneath the fort, because they fire that damn cannon off about every hour. And they don't give you a warning that shit's getting fired off. I almost poop-a-cuckied my pants one time. Yeah, I bet you that would be super sketchy, eh, bro? Look at he goes, riding the Mackinac Bridge in a military truck was super sketchy. Because those things, the back of those things are just a giant kite. Bro, I went across the Mackinac Bridge with my uncle when I was like 12, maybe, in a transport. And they're like,
right.
Transports have to stay in the middle, period. Okay. Because of the wind. Well, a giant gust of wind picked up out of nowhere. The truck literally went from the middle lane to the outside lane, and all you could hear was grinding steel on steel. The rims were grinding on the safety pipe they have. That's how hard the wind pushed us. I was just like, that's sketchy as shit. Let's get off this bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard too many scary stories of people going off that bridge and just close calls like that. It's sketchy as shit. But again, drive in the middle lane if you're concerned about that kind of shit, because then you can't see off the edge, really, right? Like you can't look down and be like, damn, we're like, we high, and not the puff puff pass high. We're like, this is high up high. But yeah, I'm getting my passport as well, Mr. Best, and I'm actually debating about riding my motorcycle down to, oh my god, that is hilarious. Down to you caught me off guard with that one, bro.
I had to send that one to Carl.
You made me totally break character right there. I'm thinking about riding my bike down to Mackinac Island, to be honest. And I'm not sure whether I'm gonna go over the bridge to catch the boat, the ferry, or go from, what is it? St. Ignace is the one on this side, and Mackinac City's the other side, right? You're on mute, bruh.
I think so. I don't remember.
Well, let's ask Mr. Best Data over there. Data, What is the answer? I think it's
I
St.
think
Ignace
it's
is
St.
north.
Ignace is this side.
Yeah, St. Ignace is north of it, and Mackinac City is south of it. He says yes, but that doesn't mean shit to me. Like, yes. The question is, what side of the Mackinac Bridge is St. Ignace? St. Ignace is the north side, I think. I mean, I could look it up on my Google Maps, or my marine tracker. That shit's cool. I'll tell you about this app, Marine Tracker. It tracks every boat in the entire world. Okay.
Okay.
So we have a boat coming in a couple days. So when it hits the mouth of the St. Lawrence River, I have it set to give me a notification and it highlights that boat. So I can follow it all the way to the Sioux.
Nice.
So I know if they're having like issues, if they're having like where it's going to be docking, where it's supposed to stop, all that kind of stuff. When it's at the lock systems down south,
Right.
it tells me when it's there and how long the wait time is for said boats to get through the lock system. I'm like, this is pretty freaking cool. One of the guys that I was training with showed me it. He's like, here, download this. I'm like, that's freaking cool as hell. Yes, I looked at prices for travel to get there yesterday, and St. Ignace is on the north side. Okay, I thought so. I only remember this kind of stuff because when I was an officer in the Navy Cadet Corps, I was part of the marching band that would go and do parades,
Right.
and we literally were everywhere in Michigan. Like every little town had a fucking parade at different times. And then the big one at the end of the summer was always at Rogers City. And the fair was at Rogers City at that point. So I would go to the fair and get their giant real lemonade drinks that were like practically lemonade and just sugar. It was great. The American fairs, they know how to do those things. Like they got everything and cheap too. Like you want to have fun for very little money, go to the fair. Not the one we have here in our town because it's a giant ripoff as far as I'm concerned. Like if you want to take your little kid and do the teacups, do the merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel. That's cool. And do that mirror.
I can't do a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, you don't like heights, eh? Why'd you shit me? Oh, because you're doing that. Never mind. Thank you for muting your mic for that, please. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, those kind of things. Okay, cool. And do that mirror, that little maze thing that they have in that trailer. That's pretty sweet. Because it's funny to watch my kid run through the fucking mirror part, thinking it's a door, and all you hear is bam. Oh, that hurt. I'm okay. Bam. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm like, kid, take your time. Feel your way through. Have fun. Don't be. Oh, she wants to run. Let her run. I don't care. Whatever. Yep. You've been told that your nose is gonna get flat. You're gonna look like Auntie's bulldogs. And then we'll have to come up with a new name for you.
Yep.
But they're fun. They're not. But the States, yeah, shit's way different down there.
Yep.
Like they got.
Keep in mind too. I know you're getting your little girl this weekend.
Yes.
And doing the Saturday night thing. I haven't looked into the cost, but don't forget there's stuff under the big top and a circus going on down at the mall.
Yes, and it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
as well, like, because there's also monster trucks on Saturday.
She won't do that.
No.
Way too loud. Even with the she has noise canceling headphones.
Yep.
I took her last year, the year before. She was just little, but she had these noise canceling headphones. But it's not just that; it's the pressure.
Yep.
Because it's inside a small space.
Yep.
If they did it outdoors, like at the raceway, it would be way different. Because it's not the vibrations, and she's not even on. The worst part is she's not on the spectrum.
Right.
But even I'm not, and that bothers my chest.
Right.
And my head. And I got earplugs plus the noise canceling headphones, and it's just the pressure from the motors and all this, the sound and everything. Just we were there for 2. They started a motor up, and she looked at me, and she had that look of panic in her eye.
Right.
And I went, "Want to leave?" And she's like, "Yeah." And we left. And 100% not a waste of money, because you know what? We went and got autographs from the drivers, got pictures, got to meet everybody, blah, blah, blah. So that alone paid for it. To see the monster trucks do tiny little over top of cars, and if you're expecting Monster Jam, you're sadly mistaken. I'll tell you that right now. It is nowhere close to Monster Jam. The arena is too small.
Right.
Way too small. And they need to do it outside. Like, block off part of the parking lot that they've already got blocked off. Throw some dirt down. Throw some junky cars in there, and let them rip that shit to hell. And have fun for a day. Put a grandstand thing in there. It's not hard to assemble some stands.
Yep.
And have fun. That would be more entertaining to see them be able to do these giant jumps and big catwalks and those kind of things, rather than literally come in, hit the brakes as hard as they can, roll over top of a car, and then go. Like, really, dude, my kid would be more entertained watching Monster Jam on TV than going to that event. Like, it's just whatever, right? Like, it is what it is. People think it's cool. And as long as people buy tickets for it, they're going to keep coming here and doing the same old thing over and over. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I'm sorry, but if I had the ability to say, listen, let's go to Runway Park. Let's go to Laird Raceway. They got a giant field there we can tear up.
Yep.
Hey, farmer in the middle of butthole nowhere. See that field over there? Can we throw some stands up in that and make some jumps for big trucks? And, we'll pay you whatever from ticket sales for it. I'm sure Buddy's going to be like, as long as I get French fry potatoes. Like, who cares? Nobody's going to give a shit around this area, because you know what? It entertains the kids. And that's the one thing I found about this town. Yes, to a degree, they want to entertain the kids.
Absolutely.
Us adults, I mean, no, there's no entertainment.
No.
Like, we don't even have a club to go to anymore.
Right.
A gentleman's club has been burnt. I think still say the city did it, but it was burnt to the ground.
Yep.
And literally, I lived not that far from there.
Right.
And they didn't do much as the firefighters should have. It was literally like, let's spray the side of the building and not in the window.
Right.
Make it look like we're doing something. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the place is burning to the ground.
Right.
But it is what it is. We'll never have another one, which really sucks.
Because then the city bought the property, so that we would never get another one, and they paid like 3 times the price of the property
because they didn't want it near the bridge. So I'm thinking, okay, let's find a place in the middle of one end of town or the other that's not close to the main drag coming into town, and let's open one.
Yeah.
Right. But the city will never allow it. Never. Because they're all old, prude, old guys. And if it ain't lying in their pocket, they ain't happy. It ain't happening.
Right.
But again, just so everybody knows, that is my personal opinion. That is not the opinion of this website.
Yes.
It's
However,
time.
Bubba, it is 10 o'clock. We've done a 2-hour show here tonight.
Yeah.
And I think it's time we wrap things up. I think it's time we said our good nights to the people. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Bubba Duke, I'm OMD, and from all of us at the Boar's Nest, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.